I sat down with my accountant. He said, I got good news and I got bad news. I said, what's the good news? He said, the good news is you made a lot. I said, what's the bad news? The bad news is you spent more. Okay. Look, sometimes you need the faith. Sometimes you need to know your worth. Sometimes you need to wait. Shoot like the golden boy, but ain't from the bay. You can't negotiate with Drake. You gon' have to pay. But wait, jugging on the main stage. The mainframe, loosen up your face, baby. Sometimes I need a vacate, meditate, hydrate, protect my energy before engagement.
Grew up having nothing, you're labeled impatient. But once the boss made it, you're labeled amazing. Meticulous with words, such a force of nature. I don't wanna seem absurd, but that boy's a gangster. Focusing on me, way from Tel Aviv. Barbados with the hustle pockets, LIDs. Distinctive destinations, all I wanna see. Oceanfront residences, 3 different ones a week. Cause I deserve that, it's time to learn that. Mess around and put that thing up where your permit. 6 figures every year.
Tonight, from FedEx Field in Landover, Maryland, it's a special prime time edition of the NFL on EA Sports.
The sun has gone down and the mercury going down as well. Three-quarters of the NFL season are complete. What lurks in our final month? We're underway in Week 14. This one fielded at the 5. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
The Cowboys take over.
Now we'll see what the right arm of Dak Prescott has in store as the Dallas Cowboys offense sets up shop.
Coming off of a loss their last time out, I think he's just seeking to make a bigger impact on the game. He threw a touchdown pass, didn't throw an interception. I think he just wants to jump those numbers up in terms of flinging it around and letting his receivers get into the end zone.
They turn to Harris to begin the drive. Nowhere to go that time. Might have gotten a yard up to the 25. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
1-yard gain. Brings up 2nd and 9.
Prescott from the gun.
5-yard line.
And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete. So trouble already here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 9.
It's 3rd down.
From the shotgun, it's Prescott. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And this effort will not get it done. He stopped well short of the first down at the 29. He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now 4th down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
Yeah, that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
That one is slant to McLaurin. And they're able to get this one across the 35. So a pretty early first quarter roughing the passer penalty.
Seems like the officials are going to let everyone know they're taking charge of this game. They're always going to protect the quarterback.
Now a throw right side taken in here to start this drive. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35.
Good for a Washington.
The numbers for him from a week ago. 8 catches, 80 yards, and a touchdown.
It certainly seems like he gets a touchdown each week, doesn't it? Here we are in the final month of the season. He's the NFL leader in touchdown catches.
He has been an absolute machine. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
And he'll get this underneath to Henry. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
10 at the 20-yard line.
Here's Foles. Caught on the right side by Jones. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
At the Cowboys' 12-yard line.
Looking to throw again on second down. Foles. This will be caught at about the 5. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. Nick Boyle, his first touchdown on the year. And Washington has taken a first-quarter lead.
Well, we know someone just added to his touchdown passing total, but all he did was get the ball out quickly to his tight end and let him take care of business the rest of the way.
It's good, and Washington will take a 7-0 lead. 5 plays there on that drive. And the result, a touchdown for Washington. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
Cowboy offense heading out. Let's take a look at the playoff picture coming into the weekend in the NFC. And I tell you, 4 weeks still to go, and everything is wide open, and it's fun.
And I know we always talk about, well, if the playoffs were to begin today, and then we kind of go, okay, but they're not. Let's see how it plays out. Wouldn't it be fun to play with this playoff lineup right now? Because to me, just about anyone can win this whole thing out of this grouping we currently have. And by the time we get there, it may look entirely different.
And this is going to be a Cowboys first down as the tackle made just shy of the 40. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
First down, Cowboys.
To throw is Prescott. Finding Harris over the middle. To the 40 and no further. So the broken tackle didn't get him much. A good rally to the football keeps him to only a yard, and it's 2nd down.
2nd and 9. At the 40.
Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete.
Prescott.
No gain on that one, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
No gain on the play. Brings up 3rd down.
Out of the gun, here's Prescott. And he'll have his man, that's Cooper. And he will have a Cowboys first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Cooper's first catch, and good for a first down.
Cowboy first down.
Now a first down carry for Harris. Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
He's brought down at the 39-yard line. A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
Prescott now. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Julian Blackman. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line. A good starting spot for Washington as they come up 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And the Cowboys' pressure gets there this time for the sack. Jalen Smith. Give him the credit for the sack and a loss of 14 yards.
Brings up 3rd down.
Foles. And he's got his man in stride, complete.
Foles.
And he can only manage to take this thing to the 38, well shy of the first down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
A 41-yard punt there with no return. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Here's the Dallas offense now heading back out onto the field. And in enemy territory last time through this drop. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Over the middle, Cooper with it. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped.
A gain of 12.
And, Charles, you see the numbers for Amari Cooper last week. 5 catches, 73 yards, and a touchdown.
And he was able to get open there, but that's not always easy against this bunch defensively. We are deep enough into the season where numbers count. This is #1 rated defense in the NFL. He'll have a tough time.
Another catch for him there. This one good for 11. First down. Prescott with a throw caught by Lamb. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. A gain of 6 there on first.
Second and 4.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
That's the end of the first quarter with this Washington 7, Cowboys nothing.
To throw again on second down. Prescott looking for his running back, and he's got him. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a third down.
That was well defended, and while it was a completion, it resulted in a loss of yardage. It's really, really hard for a running back to think to himself, I probably should have just dropped it and saved the yardage. It goes against the entire training that he's had his whole career.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now this one to his running back out of the backfield. And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down. They'll run. Here's Harris. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down.
Number 32.
No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6.
No gain on the play.
Play action now. Prescott. That's caught by Ware. And he will have a Cowboys first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the first down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moot.
And they're right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. Able to fight for about 4 yards there to the 13. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
A run with Harris out of the shotgun.
Another carry.
Not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Marked that down for a win in the defense's column.
Strong coverage by Washington, and now 4th down.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on 3rd down.
Makes this Washington 7, Cowboys 3.
Well, that will go down as a 15-play drive, and it results in 3 points. So some disappointment?
It's funny, we had our conference before the game with the offensive coordinator, and what did he tell us? I just want every drive to end in a kick, right? An extra point, a punt, or a field goal. Well, in this case, I think it is a little bit of a disappointment because it did end in a kick, but that type of a drive should end in the end zone.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. The left side completion to Jones. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
One thing you're looking for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going. When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
It goes as a gain of 6, and it's a first down.
10 at the 41-yard line.
Now Foles. That's complete to his receiver, McLaurin. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
10 yards there, good for a Washington first down. They run the option here on 1st and 10.
And he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line. DeMarcus Lawrence has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. To try again after the sack. Foles.
Well, he'll get this to Antonio Gibson complete.
And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. 6 yards on the pickup, and that's going to make it 3rd down and 10. They wound up getting nothing out of that 2nd down completion, so now here's 3rd and 10. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. That one caught by Gibson. And they stop him up short of the first down as they get him at about the 43. That one good for only 6, and it leaves him with a 4th down.
How about that strategy there, Brandon? 3rd down. They just said, we've got faith in our tacklers. We'll give you the short stuff, and just decided to protect the sticks. So every time I hear fans telling me tackling's not a part of the game anymore, plays like that, I can clip and save and show them you have to tackle well if you want to be a good defense.
And this kick is not going to be close. It's well short, well right to boot. And this score will stay right where it is. And that's the risk of the long field goal miss here at this stage of the 2nd quarter. You give up great field position.
And that gives them one more opportunity to make something happen and something big. And we've seen crazy stuff happen at the end of halves.
And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. It'll be a gain of 6, and it'll be a 2nd down.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Cooper's got him. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. Now a timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half. On 1st and 10, Prescott. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And this is caught for a Cowboy touchdown. Amari Cooper with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Cowboys have taken the lead.
That could be an important swing right there. A touchdown in the final minute of the half to take the lead.
And I like the point you just made there. Could be an important swing because now that they have the lead, if they can carry that into the locker room at the half, they'll feel really good about what they accomplished in the first 2 quarters.
Michael Badgley on for the extra point. And it's through, and that makes the lead 10-7. Just a 4-play drive that time. And it culminates in a Dallas touchdown.
After the touchdown, on is Pat O'Donnell to send this one away.
Returning it, John Ross.
A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32.
At their own 32-yard line.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. You're down 3, under a minute to go. How aggressive are you going to be in this spot?
Not as aggressive as I probably would want to be. Only down 3. I mean, it might as well be even going into the half. That's not a deficit that makes me want to push it and potentially make a mistake in this situation and cost myself even more points.
But boy, getting into field goal range and tying it, that's tempting.
Awfully enticing. You almost talked me into it.
Now Washington going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Quickly to Gronkowski. That's caught.
Foles pass complete to Rob Gronkowski.
4 receivers in the formation here. 3 to the left, 1 to the right. 2nd and 3.
At the Cowboys' 40-yard line.
And a quick throw here. That's complete. And he's going to have a first down, and they get into field goal range here at the 29. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime.
A 46-yard attempt.
McCann's kick up and good.
And that will tie things up as we head toward halftime.
At 10.
So a big play before the end of the half to get him into this spot, and they cash in with 3.
How about the 1-2 to the solar plexus on that one? The big play, the field goal, not much time left on the clock. That's the way to go into the half.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. So thanks to the late field goal, we are all tied up heading to intermission. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to our EA Sports Halftime Report. Let's get you caught up on what's going on around the NFL.
All right, hang on. We'll jump over halftime.
Pat O'Donnell set to
And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard.
Fielded near the back of the end zone. And the half will begin with a touchback.
A look at Washington as they come onto the field. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. They'll try and start this drive in the air. He gets it into the hands of Gronkowski, complete. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage.
down at the 35-yard line. Brings up 3rd down.
They keep it on the ground. This time it's Henry. And he will have 1st down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well.
At the 41-yard line.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down.
And he'll find Gibson here complete.
I call it no gain there on the 1st down play. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10.
At the
Derrick Henry trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. Back-to-back stops make it 3rd and 10.
No gain on the play. It's 3rd and 10.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Letting one go deep here for Gronk. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
A 40-yard punt, 1 yard on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 16. They will get 4 yards here on the 1st down run, and that'll make it 2nd and 6. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Harris. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35.
32 on the carry.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that 1st half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 47. They run with Harris. And he's got this down to the 35. 12 more yards there and another 1st down.
They're making it look easy out there. Another 1st down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 1st downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down.
13 yards. And a Cowboy 1st down.
Prescott off play action. Sliding out of the pocket. Now he'll pull it down. Oh, Prescott stripped.
Prescott on the keeper.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time, wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
And he'll take it from the 18 to the 15, a gain of 3. Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. Trying to pick it up on the ground with Harris. And he will have the 1st down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line.
I hope we give enough respect to the big guys up front because they have been getting it done on this drive. The holes have been large, and they've been barreling through them, picking up 1st downs.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
A loss of 1. Brings up 2nd and goal at the 10-yard line.
They'll try to throw now. Prescott. And this is caught. It's Cooper. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. The catch good for 6 yards, but now it's 3rd and goal. Now Prescott. Strong coverage by Washington. And now 4th down.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but they had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
Badgley able to knock this one through. And the Cowboys are going to jump out to a 3-0 lead.
Washington 10.
So a dozen plays on that drive, CD, but in the end, it yields just the 3 points.
Well, they were able to keep the defense on the field for a long time, but let's be honest about it. That was about as unsatisfying a drive as you're going to get. 12 plays and you only get 3 points out of it. Not quite the ending they were looking for.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
A good decision in the end to pull it and run, get some 9 yards in the 1st.
That's something we have not seen him do to this point, and that's take the ball, tuck it, and run.
Exactly right. His first carry of the game. I guess he picked a good time to do it.
He certainly did. Not only did he have the element of surprise, he's making sure he's judicious in taking off.
A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. Final minute now of the 3rd quarter. Now on 2nd and 13. Foles. That one is slant to McLaurin. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Give him 14 on that one and a 1st down. Here's Foles.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Washington 1st down.
1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. Well, we had a number of good games in the afternoon sessions, but this Sunday nighter might top them all. So we come up here on 1st and 10. And right side, Henry's got it. Nothing at all on that one. It'll be 2nd down.
He steps out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage.
Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. And he's going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 13-yard line. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. This will be caught at about the 5. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. Well, when you're leading in the fourth quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of...
And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. Derrick Henry, his 9th touchdown of the season.
And Washington has retaken the lead.
That almost looked too easy, and I think thanks goes to the offensive line for making it look easy.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one. I'm not sure how much everyone understands the preparations that go into a game for an offensive line, because there's a reason that running backs and quarterbacks give them big gifts at the end of the season after a big year. The consistency and the continuity it takes to know each other and execute their blocks is pretty impressive.
So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
And from the shotgun, he'll throw.
Caught by the tight end Ertz. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
2nd and 6 at the 24-yard line.
Prescott from the gun. Got an open man. It's Michael Gallup. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
9 yards. First down.
From the shotgun, it's Prescott. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. 3 yards the gain there. 2nd down.
A 3-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 7.
And again, it's Prescott. Got his man there complete to Gallup. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. That'll be a pickup of 4 as they work with his 4-point fourth-quarter lead. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. You're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule.
On 1st down, it's Gibson up past the 25 to the 26, a gain of 5. The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
Foles.
The 26-yard line.
And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and 5.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Cowboy defense has a touchdown. This game, it's been defensively oriented on both sides. So I guess it stands to reason that the play of the game comes on defense.
So it's my kind of game. You know that.
That's
Anytime
right.
we have a
That's
defensive battle. But that, as you said, it stands to reason that's the way the game tilted. Someone had to make a big play. And the way the defenses were dominating, that's exactly what we got.
Washington will take over 1st and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And they have to try and move past that pick 6 because now they're dealing with a fourth-quarter deficit.
Now a hit, and Foles loses the football. It's out.
But Washington looked to get this one back, and indeed they did. They will still have possession. on 2nd and 15 now. Foles. 7 yards on the play, and it'll be 3rd down.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 3rd and 8.
Now Foles. It's caught. Jones. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. Back to throw now on 1st down. Open man, Gronkowski complete. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the Cowboys' 40.
On 2nd down now, it's Gibson. And he'll be pulled down, and now a late flag will come with it. And that's in the area of a face mask, I think.
Face mask. Defense. This is unbelievable.
So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it is going to be 15 yards.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. So it's Washington with the football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. Nothing on the screen that time. Now it's 3rd down. Foles, clock moving, trying to hurry everybody up to the line of scrimmage. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Jordan Lewis. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. When you talk about making winning plays, that is a... They'll start the drive with Harris. And he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard line. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts, as they'll get it with just under 90 seconds remaining. They run again with Harris. And he'll get this one across the 20, but only up to about the 21. Now Washington going to use the second of their 3 timeouts, as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. Prescott to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Here's Pat O'Donnell now. And you wonder, could they possibly think about taking a safety here? But he'll get this away into the icy winter air. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt. And Washington will have a short field here as they take over 1st and 10.
45-yard line.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. That's complete to his receiver, McLaurin. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. 15 yards the pickup. 1st down, Washington. Caught on the right side by Jones. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. Hit as he throws there, incomplete. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass.
Brings up 3rd and 5.
They'll run with Henry.
Nice job there finding room to maneuver, and he worked his way into another 1st down. And look, they had great field position.
And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. DeMarcus Lawrence in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year.
It's interesting, partner, that most defenses try and guard the 35-yard line actively because they think the way kickers are nowadays, about a 52-yard field goal, they're kind of giving up points. But you get even deeper into territory, you get into the red zone, they're going to guard it even more, which means more pressure, more blitzing.
That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter at EA Madden NFL. From Washington, thanks for watching.
Yeah, I use a dub, I'ma win, I won't lose with this. Yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. Yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. Yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. I turn the knob, camera assist, I'm incredible. Yeah, came for the dollars, call it vegetable. Then I did the dash, can I catch me, bro? Ooh, then I did the dash, can I catch me, whoa? Your whole team is no competition. Boy, I did it by myself, it's a solo mission. Running up the charts, I'm a fool, dog. Turn the whole field to a schoolyard. Bunch of students ain't eating round here. I'm the GOAT, little man, and I made it loud and clear. Put the gas on them like I whipped the Cavalier. Show no love, got the confidence, no fear. I use a dub, I'ma win, I won't lose with this. Yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. Yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. Yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. Okay, yeah, can I hit that? 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 Yeah, stars born, I've been ready for this. Since like 9-5, I've been eager for this. Talent on the rise, I'm consistent with this.
Today, from MetLife Stadium in New Jersey, it's Week 15 of the NFL on EA Sports.
We welcome everybody to the Garden State. EA Sports coverage of the NFL finds us at Met. It's the final 3 weeks of the season. Still plenty to play for here as we're underway in Week 15. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. First go on offense for the Giants under the guidance of Daniel Jones, the former Duke Blue Devil.
And you and I both know that any win is a good win, and that's what they did last week. But there's also plenty for him to work on in his game, wasn't there?
Yeah.
2 touchdowns, an interception. Yeah, you know, he wants to increase that a little bit in terms of ratio. But first and foremost, they did win the game.
These are his numbers from last week's contest. 15 carries, 86 yards.
Well, we know they've clinched a playoff spot, but there's plenty of football left to play. And I'm a proponent of continuing to do what you've done throughout the season, especially with teams that are heavy run teams. Because if you throttle back too early, you lose the rhythm of the run game, not just with the runner, but with the offensive line as well.
Jones from the gun on 3rd down. Going to throw right side here, complete. And he will have a Giants first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. First down, Giants on a pickup of 14. Operating from the gun, Jones. They'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. And Thomas seems to be in some pain. He's still on the ground. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
48-yard line.
They'll run with Barkley. Fights him off. And he's got this down to the 35. 13 yards, good for a Giant first down.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup.
At the 32-yard line. A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
To throw on 2nd and 6, Jones. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end.
For Giants.
First drive of the game. We did see this in practice, didn't we? Because they allowed us to stay and watch and see what their opening script would be, even though we don't know the exact play calls. That looks a lot like what we saw them execute, doesn't it?
It really does. And in practice, it wasn't about a lot of big shots on that opening drive. They wanted to put together a series of plays, sustain it. They've done that. The defense now on their heels a little.
That they are. And you know what else is happening now? They're gaining information. They're gaining knowledge about how the defense is planning on playing them. So not only are they being successful on this drive, they're filing things away for future drives in this game.
Gain of 3.
So play number 10 now coming. It's been a long opening drive, but this is 3rd down. They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes this one down to the 15. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough. On 1st and 10, Jones. And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28. Chase Young in there to get him. Sack number 14 for him on the year. Another try after the first down sack. Jones. And he's going to go down again. Bobby Wagner, the former 2nd rounder out of Utah State, with a sack. After that sack, 3rd and long. Tough spot for Jones and the Giants. From the gun, Jones. That's complete. He's got Barkley out of the backfield. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. 5 yards, not enough, and it'll be 4th down.
That's certainly playing down in distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
And this one is right through. And the Giants are off now to a 3-0 lead. They moved the ball pretty well there on the opening drive. You think they're okay settling for 3?
I don't think they're happy about settling for 3, but I think you're exactly right with the word okay, because they threw it well, they ran it well. Excellent balance for the first drive of the game.
So out comes the Washington offense as they get their first shot. They'll be led onto the field by their 6'6" quarterback, the former Arizona Wildcat, Nick Foles.
He had the numbers of a game last week that if you win, you talk about it being a gritty guy, managing the game, getting it done. But they lost. So obviously 2 interceptions, 1 touchdown pass, that's not going to be good enough. Got to get that changed around.
Yeah, they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
On the pickup.
The numbers for him from a week ago, 7 catches, 85 yards.
And he was able to pull that last pass in, but he's going to face a tall order here because he's going up against the number 2 unit in the NFL against the pass.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Brings up 2nd and 5.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
It's a gain of 6. First
draw play. This is Henry. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
A loss of 2. Brings up 2nd and 12. At the 46.
On 2nd and 12. Foles. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. A gain of 13, it's a first down. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports.
Giants 3. Washington, nothing.
A first down carry for Henry. And the lane closes up quickly as he'll get about 3 down to the 38. And is that Gronkowski the one slow to get up? Yes. Gronk still down right now. We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium. On 2nd down, it's Henry.
Henry again, the ball.
First down marker at the 31. It's third down.
And this is why aggressive defense coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
They'll get only a yard out of that, and it'll bring up fourth down.
Partner, I think that completion takes the definition of dink and dunk to a different level, doesn't it?
It does, and the defense was right there, kind of played into their hands. And that one's not going to get there. Not enough juice. An ambitious effort, but it's well short. And this score will stay right where it is. 10-0. Charles, 54 yards. I'm surprised that came up short.
I would agree with that one because normally, if he misses, it's accuracy, not length, because he has plenty of leg for that. But maybe it's like I hit my golf shot. You know, maybe it's like my wedge. Ahead.
Now Jones throwing on first down. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
Here's Jones throwing again on 2nd and 10. And he cannot avoid the pressure as the Washington pass rush gets home. Jonathan Allen has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. After that sack, 3rd and long, tough spot for Jones and the Giants. Gets this out to Saquon Barkley. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. They do get 10 back, but still a ways to go on 4th.
We can make this one pretty simple. Locked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a 4th down?
And a nice job here on special teams. This will be down inside the 10 at the 8-yard line. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, well, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
And he'll be about a full yard shy of the 20 at the 19-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. Henry. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. 12 yards is the pickup, and it's good for a Washington first down.
A gain of 12. And the Washington first down.
Now it's Henry. The tackle made by Blake Martinez. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
It's a gain of 10. First down, Washington.
A shotgun handoff to Henry. And he'll take this one up close to about the 45. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
1 yard gain. Brings up 2nd.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll get it down to the 47 here.
It's a gain.
This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
That was the 9th play of the drive, and they pick up 9 yards with it.
A gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Foles. And his throw here's incomplete. He was looking for Nick Boyle that time. And it's 3rd and short.
3rd down. And 1 yard.
They'll try to run for the first with Henry. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down. It's a gain of 3, and it gets him to first.
It's a gain of 3. And the Washington first down.
They keep it with Henry on first down. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13. The throw there finding its way to Boyle. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
A gain of 7 yards. And it's 3rd.
Back to throw. They'll set up the screen for Gibson. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down about the 21 or 22. The screen good for 6, but it's not enough as it leads to a
4th down.
First down across the 20 to the 19-yard. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. And he'll get this to Antonio Gibson complete. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down.
To the press with the work that
Here's Foles. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And he gets the first down yardage he needs before he's brought down at the 6. Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. His pass caught at the 4. Now Washington going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Foles. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington.
Touchdown, Washington.
From 4 yards out. And Washington has taken the lead. That's an old-fashioned death march there, partner. Took them a lot of plays, but hey, they did the job.
And the defense always preaches getting off the field, making a play, and turning it back over to their own offense. Unable to do so. A long, sustained drive by the offense.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Now this will make it into the end zone, and he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. Now here comes Daniel Jones and the Giants again. And maybe he's starting to wave the white flag a little bit. He's playing pretty well, but the pressure is got. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Inside of a minute left in the half, does the fact that you're down on the scoreboard influence what you do, or I guess don't do on this final drive?
It certainly does, but what influences me even more is who I've got running my football team out on the field and the weapons around him. Can he make a play? Can he get into someone that we're going to trust to take care of the ball? If that's the case, I might push it a little bit here and try and get something before the half runs out.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Now the Giants will use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. And he'll get this underneath, dropping it off for Barkley. Jones signaling, let's go, trying to get his guys up to the line.
Brings up 2nd and 3. At their
He'll get this out to Barkley, complete. The Giants going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. From the right hash and call it an even 50 yards. And his kick here is good. And they'll get it back within a point at 7-6. So, yes, they'll still be down going into intermission, but the deficit is now made even smaller, very manageable.
Yeah, and if nothing haywire happens here in his last couple of precious seconds, they will go into the locker room with a nice bounce in their step, having gotten a little bit closer on the scoreboard.
They'll throw now on the final play. Flush to his right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. So we're at halftime. You want the 3rd quarter already? No problem. So Washington in a good spot. They've got the lead. They will get the football as the second half gets underway. Now Ross to return. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
Takes over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. They have the lead now. They'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
They'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. It's another first down as this time they get an even 20. They'll run on first down. Henry. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
He's taken down at the 17-yard line. A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
He gets it into the hands of Gronkowski, complete. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
And it's 3rd down.
That is caught at the 7-yard line. And down inside the 10 here before he's out of bounds right around the 7.
At the 7-yard line.
They go play action here on first down. Out to his left. And now he's going to... And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown.
Touchdown.
Taking it in from 7 yards away. And Washington able to stretch that lead out even further.
Well, I'd have to say that for him, that was an all-encompassing drive because it was his arm that got his team down to that point, but his legs that finished the deal. Give him credit for making it happen.
Point after here coming up.
The extra point.
And it's up. It's good. Our score 14-6. A drive that time of 6 plays. And in the end, it's capped off by a 7-yard run. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
22-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers...
Looking for his receiver, sharp, and it's intercepted. Picked by Kendall Fuller. And they will finally put it into the return, but not until he takes it back all the way inside the 10-yard line. Suddenly, it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. Out of of the gun. They'll look to throw. And he's going to be dropped. Back at the 15-yard line. Xavier McKinney. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him.
Second down and goal.
On second down, here's Henry. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. It'll be a gain of 4, but it'll bring us now to a 3rd and goal. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Washington. Julio Jones. His 4th touchdown on the year.
And Washington able to capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6.
And he's got it up and through. Scoring summary, 3-play drive.
And it was polished off by a Washington touchdown. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone.
Look at the spin.
And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Now here comes Daniel Jones and the Giants again.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And last time wasn't pretty. 1 play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go.
And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. But I believe the Giants got this back, and they will hold on to the possession. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down. Operating from the gun. Jones into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by J.C. Jackson. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line.
At the 35-yard line. 56.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Then he finds Gronk. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Inside 4 minutes to go, 3rd quarter.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
To throw again on second down. Foles. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Antonio Gibson, the intended target.
And it's 3rd and short. 3rd Foles. And he finds McLaurin. And he's able to get the first here as he's taken down at the 25. Now Foles. Quickly to Gronkowski. That's caught. A gain of 6 there on first. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 19-yard.
This is Henry. And he's going to get this pretty close to the first down marker at the Giants' 13-yard line.
And now time will be called here as Washington has an injured player down on the field.
We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium. They'll look to throw here on first down. That's complete right around the 8. They showed off a nice juke of the defender before the next wave could bring him down. That one good for 10 yards. And it'll be 2nd and very short.
At the 3-yard line.
And this is taken in for a Washington touchdown.
Julio Jones. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
And Washington is able to stretch their lead.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical, that's one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the 3rd quarter.
Not only pulling away, but you mentioned that slowly but surely. You also drain clock, too, with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
Take over 1st and 10. At their own 20.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers.
That's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and 1.
Throwing Jones. It's caught. Shepard. And he will have a Giants first down, and comfortably so, as he gets 5 there on 3rd and a yard. Jones and Shepard with a connection there for a Giants first down.
And that one was a lot of fun right there, because that was the game within the game. 3rd and short, blitz was on. What's the key for the quarterback? Get out of your hands in a hurry. And that was a quick little completion. Got the job done for a first down.
They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here. A first down carry for Barkley. And nowhere really to go there. He'll take this up just shy of midfield. And after getting tackled, he's still down and looking very slow to get up. We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium. On 2nd and 9, Jones finds his tight end Ingram. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. From the gun, Jones.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over them.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
Now we get another look at Washington on offense. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
On 2nd down now, it's Gibson. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. We're off to the 4th quarter here in Week 15. Happy holidays to all. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Now a handoff to Henry. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
The tackle made by Dexter Lawrence. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and
from the shotgun now. Here's an inside give. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. Call it a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 5.
2 yards.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. It's caught. Jones. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line.
A gain of 7. And the Washington first down.
Henry will get it. He's been busy today. And able to push forward for right around 3 yards down to the 42. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
3-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Again, it's Henry. Not much there. Maybe a couple as he's taken down at the 40. Washington on 3rd down. Can't fault these numbers. 7 for 9 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Washington.
On 1st down, it's Henry. And he struggles to get a yard here, maybe a yard, down to the 31.
Carter on the tackle. A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9.
They'll run it again with Henry. And he'll get about 3 as he's brought down to the 28.
They're a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. Antonio Gibson,
his second touchdown on the season.
And Washington going to add on to their lead.
Is it okay if I break one of our rules, partner, which is to never call a game over until it's over? Because this certainly feels like it's over after that drive.
Yeah, that was spirit-crushing, wasn't it? And now you just kind of felt the air go out of the balloon.
Yeah, they were fighting so hard to stay in there, and they knew they had to stop them on that drive. But when they were unable to, I think you're exactly right. You could see them sag on their sideline, and I think this one might just be over.
And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. That one in the books as a 12-play drive. And it results in a 4-yard touchdown run. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
And this carries into the end zone. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut it, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
So the penalty yards marched off on the face mask. Here's 1st and 10. Now Jones. They'll set up the screen to Barkley. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. A good pickup there on first as the screen pass gets him 8.
7-yard line. It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Jones to Barkley on the check down. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 19 yards there on the catch and run. Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down.
Jones with a handoff to Barkley.
And he'll be stopped after a gain of only a couple down to the 15-yard line.
Barkley, the ball carrier.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
Brings up 2nd and 8.
So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Operating from the gun, Jones. They'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. And he's got this inside the 10 to the 9 before he's out of bounds.
6. Makes it 3rd and 2.
Jones now on 3rd and 2. And that is caught. Well, they're going to see this one to the end. They get a score, but pretty much an exercise in futility right now. Still down big.
You got to figure down by the goal line. This is where a tight end earns his money in the high traffic area. And he's able to work free in the middle of the end zone and grabs that one for a touchdown.
And he bangs it home. It makes it now 35-13 our score. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And it was finished off by a touchdown by the New York Giants. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick.
And this is going to be covered up by Washington.
Now they're down big here in the fourth. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
Washington ready to try again on offense. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. They'll run on first down. Gibson. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. They keep it on the ground. This time it's Henry. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. 12 yards there and a first down.
Bradbury. A gain of 12. First down, Washington.
Derrick Henry. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 10 more there and another first down.
2-yard line. It's a gain of 10. And the Washington first down.
A give to Henry. And he's taken down after a gain of 3 as they move it from the 22 to the 19.
The tackle made by A.J. Boye.
So it's Washington getting the victory here, and they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half to put this one on ice.
And I know a lot of people watching this one were thinking to themselves, I bet halftime was really interesting. Probably took the paint off the walls with some of the words that were said. But I get the sense it was much more of the adjustments they made. They came in with a game plan that we saw that didn't work in the first half. They made the adjustments necessary.
She right got me.
That boy on the beat, so you gotta go berserk.
Okay. Sometimes you need a friend, not the ones that just show up and don't put nothing in. You know the ones that lend a hand and want to see you win. When you come up on that lick, make sure you cut them in. And then, sometimes you need a foe, one to keep your eyes open, keep you on your toes. You know the ones that want to keep you where you've been before. But I can't go, no I can't go. And whoa, sometimes I need a check, not the sneakers, but the ones that make you watch your step. You change name, how about your respect? Give them more than what I get, expecting up the back. In fact, you know, I sat down with my accountant. He said, I got good news and I got bad news. I said, what's the good news? He said, the good news is you made a lot. I said, what's the bad news? The bad news is you spent more. Okay. Look, sometimes you need the faith. Sometimes you need to know your worth. Sometimes you need to wait. Shoot like the golden boy, but ain't from the bay. You can't negotiate with Drake. You gon' have to pay. But wait, jugging on the main stage. Put the mainframe, loosen up your face, baby. Sometimes I need a vacate, meditate, hydrate, protect my energy before engagement.
Grew up having nothing, you're labeled impatient. But once the boss made it, you're labeled amazing. Meticulous with words, such a force of nature. I don't wanna seem absurd, but that boy's a gangster. Focusing on me, way from Tel Aviv. Barbados with the hustle pockets, LIDs. Distinctive destinations, all I wanna see. Oceanfront residences, 3 different ones a week. Cause I deserve that, it's time to learn that. Mess around and put that thing up where your permit. 6 figures every year, yeah, I earn that. At the front of this line is where my turn at.
Sometimes you need a friend, not the ones that just show up and don't put nothing in. You know the ones that lend a hand and want to see you win. When you come up on that lick, make sure you cut them in. And then, sometimes you need a fool. Oh. Men gon' lie, women gon' lie. You're looking for the truth and the numbers don't hide. Looking for the root of all evil, then you need to go open up the briefcase, see with your eyes. Everybody claim to be greatest of all times, but they never spend a day in the rain in the front line. No lie. Stop playing on my phone line. Pull up in the space coupe with the roof optional. Wonder why they follow suit. I've been groomed from the womb. Came out of my mama with some running tennis shoes. Faster than the speeding bullet. Nah, it's cool. Don't play with it, baby. What you explain what I did? Can I kick it? Hold on. Yeah, I got some rings and a range. Can I kick it? Yeah. Don't ask me a thing. How I got her, how I did it. Yeah. Spend the whole half, had a blast. Can I kick it? Even with a sprain. Pain, can I kick it? Just the flex, I went and bought a chain. Can I kick it? Things ain't been the same. Things have changed. Can I kick it? People acting different, so I ask. Can I?
Hey, could count on my power, hey, look at my dogs. It was way back then, you could claim what you saw, but you weren't with us. The higher the climb, the harder the fall, but how did you get up? I done got rich, then went broke, then got rich again, just a little hiccup. I done been ballin' this pickup. Remember me being so bummy and being so hungry, I had to eat gristle. Ay, how did you let it go miss? Ay, her she was magic, she mixed it. Met her at one of the functions, we caught a little rhythm, she caught up a friend, they kissed and we dipped it, and that's how we kicked it.
Let me explain what I did. Can I kick it? Hold on. Yeah, I got some rings and a range. Can I kick it? Yeah. Don't ask me a thing. How I got her, how I did it. Yeah. Spend the whole half, had a blast. Can I kick it? Even with a sprain. Pain, can I kick it? Just the flex, I went and bought a chain. Can I kick it? Things ain't been the same. Things have changed. Can I kick it? People acting different, so I ask. Can I? Before I went live, they know what I was. Ain't no one alive that could do what I does. Need a light year just to catch my buzz. Need Sprite here just to catch my cup. Now they don't really talk about us. Now they don't really talk about love. Honestly, they ain't never seen too much. What's love to a guy with a bag? What's heart to a guy with some cash? What's pain to a guy that's mad? Said. What's broke to a guy with a mask? What's both to a guy with a plan? I just wanna kick it, that's all I ask. Like, let me explain what I did. Can I kick it? Hold on. Yeah, I got some rings and a range. Can I kick it? Yeah. Don't ask me a thing. How I got her, how I did it. Yeah. Spend the whole half, had a blast. Can I kick it? Even with a sprain. Pain, can I kick it? Just the flex, I went and bought a chain. Can I kick it? Things ain't been the same. Things have changed. Can I kick it? People acting different, so I ask. Can I?
They don't know my name, I get through the pain. Taste sweet on my face like it's lemonade. Tie me up in chains, I get through the pain. Taste sweet on my face like it's lemonade.
Day 6.
Tonight, from FedEx Field in Landover, Maryland.
Season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16.
Fielded near the back of the end zone. And he opts to not bring this one out. The first drive will start at the 25. Russell Wilson leads out the Seattle Seahawks offense. The veteran Wilson, a third-round pick back in 2012.
And no excitement unless you're on the defensive team of last week in his numbers. Because the only excitement he really generated was the one interception he threw.
Yeah, no touchdown passes.
Yeah, and his team wasn't real thrilled about that. And they lost the game. So, I know this week has been tough on him because he's been working hard. Fundamentals, footwork, finding the right targets. And bottom line, how do they get a win?
5 yards on first down, but now just a 1-yard pickup there on second.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So,
and the Washington pressure gets to him. He will go down. Chase Young.
What a season he continues to have. His 15th sack of the campaign.
They just gave up a sack there. And if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are. And I'm wondering if they have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist. Because right now, their quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
Fighting him off. It'll go as a 42, make it a 43-yard punt, 6 on the return. And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10. So out comes the Washington offense onto the field. They're led onto the field by the former 3rd-round pick back in 2012, and that's the quarterback, Nick Foles. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. Now he dumps this off over the middle, and he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks.
1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
On 1st down, it's Gibson, and he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. Jordan Brooks on the tackle.
45-yard line.
From the 45 on 2nd down, Foles. He's going to drop this one down to Gibson. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
I'm not sure that this play was designed for him specifically, but they got through the progressions and got the ball to him. So 2nd catch on the drive. He may not be a primary guy, but they definitely want him involved, don't they?
Absolutely. This early, the opening drive, as you said, 2 catches. So if they can get him going in the passing game, that should open up his running game, too. And a short gain here down to the 22.
Derrick Henry, the ball carrier.
The numbers on the ground for Henry last week. 22 carries, 88 yards.
Well, we know they clinched a playoff spot, but there's plenty of football left to play. And I'm a proponent of continuing to do what you've done throughout the season, especially with teams that are heavy run teams. Because if you throttle back too early, you lose the rhythm of the run game, not just with the runner, but with the offensive line as well.
3rd down and 9 yards.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
At the 9-yard line.
They'll set up a throw. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down. Looking for Jones, and it's intercepted. Trey Flowers picks it. And he returns it up just shy of the 20 to the 19-yard line. Wilson and the Seahawks take over now 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line. They told us repeatedly earlier in the week in our meetings, we need some plays from our defense here on the road early. They got one.
And don't think they were above all week long pointing out to their defense that the other defense is rated higher than them. You going to let that happen, guys? Is that how we're going to play? And they responded.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Ronald Darby. And they get the football. They'll set up shop at their own 49-yard line. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10. Just shy of midfield at the 49. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. You often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
And very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the 1st down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
And he's going to have the 1st down, yardage to the 35.
1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
A toss left, Henry. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11. at the 35-yard line.
They'll run with Henry, and he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up third down. The 25-yard line is what they need here. This is third down.
And 8.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's fourth down.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion. Well, this winds up an empty possession. Everything looked okay. He just never got the ball on target. And knowing him, he'll be disappointed with that effort.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive.
Wilson.
These are his numbers from last week's contest. 8 catches, 107 yards.
And he's trying to prove the adage is not just how you start, it's how you finish. And he is finishing awfully strong, takes great care of his body. I expect him to go ahead and put a capper on this season.
And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49.
It's a gain of
6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down. From the shotgun, Wilson. That's complete to Disley, the tight end.
Wilson's pass.
7 yards the pick up there. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3.
At the 42-yard line.
They'll run with Harris. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he's going to get this all the way down to Washington's 24-yard line. 12-yard line. A gain there of 30 big ones. An inaugural trip to the red zone here for the Seahawks. It's 1st and 10 from the 12. No score after 1 on EA Sports. Now the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. 8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2.
Brings up 2nd and 2.
Now Harris.
Damian Harris, the ball.
Well, we always talk about good down and distance, allowing offenses to expand their playbook. Well, 2nd and 2, that means your playbook's wide open. You can run just about anything. But a lot of times, the play caller, he just looks down at his sheet, sees the short yardage runs, and goes to one of those.
He lost 6 there on the first down play. It's 2nd and goal, back to the 8-yard line now. A draw play now. Balaj. Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he stopped behind the line of scrimmage. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And that is going to set up 3rd and goal. Strong coverage by Washington. And now 4th down.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
The kick by Elliott is good. And the Seahawks grab a 3-0 lead.
Washington.
Been a bit of a dogfight thus far into the 2nd quarter now, and we do have our first points, a field goal.
Yeah, a lot of people say, wow, first action on the scoreboard, about time. To me, the action's been right there on the field, trying to figure out who could gain an advantage, gain some field position, finally get points on the board. I'm loving this kind of game.
And feels like kickers might play a big role in this one.
Yes, make sure you give them the respect they deserve. They could cost you a game or win you one.
And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. Now we're going to get a timeout here as it looks like there's a Seahawk injured on the play. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Not something you want to see in Week 16 or any week, really. We'll be right back. Now this one to his running back out of the backfield. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. Washington on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. And Jones has it over the middle. And he'll be touched down here, but not before he does pick up the first.
Washington.
Able to get what they need to keep the drive going with a 6-yard pickup on third down. Here's Foles. Got a man. It's Gibson complete. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. 12 yards is the pickup, and it's good for a Washington first down.
Washington. First and 10 at the 50.
They'll toss it to Henry. And good penetration here. He'll get this down only to about the 49-yard line.
Tackle made.
There to stop him, Juwan Bentley.
A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9.
On 2nd and 9. Foles. And a first hookup with his all-pro tight end, Rob Gronkowski. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
First and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Out of the gun. They'll look to throw. The left side completion to Jones. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. Julio Jones, his 6th touchdown of the season. And Washington has taken the lead.
When we drop defenses on the board, we do account for every receiver. But on that particular play, somehow he was wide open, became an easy touchdown pass.
No going for 2. They'll kick the point after. And this is up and good to make it 7-3. So this drive spans 7 plays. And the result, a touchdown for Washington. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. From the 6. And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
Over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Getting set to go again as we look at the back heading onto the field again. He's been good. They've utilized him well, but they're losing here in the second quarter. What might they change offensively?
I think that what you try and do is expand how you get the ball to him a little bit. Get him out in open space, maybe swing the ball to him. What's that they used to call it in the West Coast offense, the long handoff? Yeah. Serve as your running play that way, as well as continue to feed him the football. Some of these runs now may pop bigger later in the game because of the effects of running it. Sometimes people, after a while, they don't want to tackle him anymore, or they get tired, or they get out of position, or he runs through tackles. Continue to feed him the ball. He's having that kind of game.
Yeah, might they get him the ball in some space in some different ways here. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Now it's Wilson. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. Tyler Lockett was the target there. 3rd down here.
3rd down.
And out of the gun, here's Wilson. He lets it fly for Lockett, and that's caught inside the 35. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
So the big play has him all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Wilson. This one into the hands of Metcalf. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Incomplete. Brings up 2nd and 10.
2nd and 10. It's Wilson again. That is caught at the 7-yard line. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
Gain on the play. And it's 3rd down.
On 3rd and 1, Wilson. This will be caught at about the 6. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Kalen Ballage. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Seahawks are going to retake the lead. CD, it seemed like they were so focused on the guys out wide, they forgot about him out of the backfield.
That's a really good point because you've got to communicate, and oftentimes when you start counting receivers, that's exactly what you do. You start from the widest receiver, work your way inside. Who gets lost sometimes? The back in the backfield. That's exactly what happened there.
And he got into the end zone. And it's through, and that makes the lead 10-7. So that drives 7 plays in length. And it all culminates with a Seattle score. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. And we spotlight Derrick Henry now. He's just been looking for some space. I'm not going to pin it on him or the offensive line, but they need to get this run game going better.
Sometimes you just have to credit the defense. They came in with a plan themselves. So I think now you try and mix things up a little bit. Get the ball in the hands of some other people, find some other playmakers, but always let the defense believe that he's still a threat.
I was going to say, don't forget about it.
No, don't take him totally out of the game.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down.
1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Two minutes remaining in the first half. 10-7, our score. A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now. We'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. Here's a first down throw that's complete. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. A gain of 6 there on first. And he'll complete this to Gibson. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down. We'll find Gibson here complete. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So on 4th down, Washington going to call on Tress Way to punt it away. Back deep for the Seahawks, Tyler Lockett. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. A good job in the passing game, decent job in the running game, but really they've been more effective through the air. We'll see if that shifts at all as this goes on.
Thus far, it feels like they're calling this game in reverse. Normally you run to set up the pass. Here it feels like they're passing, hoping to set up the run and be more effective later on in the game.
Yeah, you can do it both ways. We usually talk about it in the reverse, however.
No doubt about it.
Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. From the gun on 3rd down, Wilson. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down, although it doesn't appear to be by much. He needed 4, and he got 4 on 3rd down.
But they certainly made a point of getting him involved in the passing game here in the first half. They must have seen something in the scouting that said, hey, we can capitalize on him getting the ball, possibly in the open field. And I think in the second half, that may loosen up the defense a little bit to get the running game going back inside.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Throwing again here, Wilson. Short throw to Disley. And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10. Play action. It's Wilson. He lets it fly from Lockett into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Ronald Darby.
Ronald Darby. Wilson's pass intercepted. They'll take over 1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. They spot it on the midfield stripe, so it is a 60-yard attempt here. And I don't think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more. Due to time constraints, we move you forward in today's broadcast to the beginning of the third quarter.
The kickoff for Seattle.
The Seahawks with the advantage, and they get the football first as the second half is underway. And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. That's complete to his receiver, McLaurin. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as a tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 40. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a third here, and it's good for a first.
Oh, that was a pretty route right there because it's all about finding a window on a route like that. He lined up on his left, ran the deep in route over the middle, and the ball was right where it needed to be. Really good trust between quarterback and receiver. Really good completion.
Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up a second and just about a few inches here.
10 yards on the pickup. It's second.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw.
31-yard line.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. Weaving through traffic, and now he's free. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
They were in a very good position.
Elliott now to add the extra point. It's good to make it 17-7. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. And now here's Ross. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
At their own 26-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And last time, decent field position through the pick six. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. Jordan Brooks came in there hard on the blitz and got him down 9 yards behind the line of scrimmage. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. A rookie QB struggling, gets thrown under pressure again, and down he goes again. L.J. Collier. Here's Tressway now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Now it's Lockett. Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And a quick throw here. That's complete. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
2nd and 4.
They'll run. Here's Harris. And they got half of what he needed there, 2 yards, and it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more.
That's all about doing the dirty work right there defensively. 2nd and short yardage, that's all about plugging those gaps, not giving a running back a crease to run through, and has a nice job to hold him just a couple and force a 3rd down.
And he is going to have a Seahawks 1st down by a couple of yards as they're able to get 4 there on 3rd and 2. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives them a new set of downs.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
On 1st and 10, it's Wilson finding Harris over the middle. Oh, now Harris lost it. It's a fumble. And it's Washington that scoops it up. There are 2 words that we hear coaches say all of the time. One starts with a B, one starts with an S, ball security.
And they preach it. They have it up in meeting rooms, right? You see the signs. They talk about it all the time. But still, when you got defenders out there who are preaching, hey, we're going to take the ball away from you, no matter what position you play, you've got to take care of the rock.
The fumble on 1st down now. Here's 2nd down. They run it with Balaj. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
Down the sky. A gain of 4. And it's 3rd.
And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And he will be very close to a 1st down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down.
They tried their best to pick up that 3rd and 1, but their surge wasn't enough to counteract what came back at them from the defensive side, was it?
Offensive line, especially in the middle, looked like they were on skates a little bit when that one started.
So now we bring up 4th and inches. This would be a critical call.
So they recovered the fumble, but ultimately could not take advantage of the short field.
Definitely a lost opportunity right there. I mean, they were in prime position to put 6 on the board, ended up settling for 3.
And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked so well, and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better.
And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off by Quandre Diggs. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line.
By the Seahawks.
So that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December, right? Maybe.
Now a 1st down carry for Harris. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. And now time will be called here as Washington has an injured player down on the field. And how might this affect him for the playoffs? We'll get a report when we come back. Quick hitter here. It's complete. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
5 yards on the play. And it's 3rd down.
From the gun, Wilson. He'll find Metcalf. The completion there winds up a wash, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Brandon, just mark that under the category of just not successful. Trying to throw the ball, just didn't work on that one.
Completed it, No yardage. And now where will the side judge stop his walk? That's the question. He says it crossed out of bounds at about the 17-yard line. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. Escaping the pressure right. He'll try and run it. And he'll be out of bounds at the 25-yard line. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2.
10th carry now for Derrick Henry. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. 11 yards there. 1st down.
First downs have not come easy, and neither have runs like this throughout this game.
Absolutely not. He finally felt like, whoa, a sigh of relief. We got something going in the running game. And the Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring him down.
Quarterback sacked.
1 quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
Julio Jones. It's a gain of 7. Makes it 3rd and 10.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. It's a 1st down for Washington on a pickup of 11. 4th quarter, every drive so critical, and you figure may only get 1 more shot after this, so a touchdown's imperative on this drive.
It is, but you also have to think to yourself in play calling, don't hold anything back. Don't save it for the 2nd touchdown. You got the 1st one for the 2nd one to even matter.
A couple of 1st downs on the drive already, as they'll go from the 47 now on 1st down. They'll drop to throw. Henry's got it out on the left side. It'll be a gain of 8 yards, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2. At the Seahawks' 44-yard line.
And he's got it. Got his man on the end route. Complete. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 30. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post, because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13.
Lowry.
On the tackle that time, Dean Lowry. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
At the 13-yard line.
He'll look to throw. Throw to the right here, taken in by McLaurin. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9.
Terry McLaurin.
4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
3rd and 4.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Got an open man, finds Gibson. And he has the 1st down before he's tackled at the 5.
1st and goal at the 5-yard line.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Washington. Rob Gronkowski, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And Washington able to make this a close game again.
You get down near the goal line, this is where having a sure-handed tight end becomes a luxury, and it pays off big time, especially when the defense sells out against the run. They find themselves open for an easy touchdown.
From the 6. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
1st and 10. At their own 27-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the 4th quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. 1st down. From the shotgun, Wilson. And this a quick slant to Lockett. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 10 yards and a Seattle 1st down.
Seahawks.
They run with Harris. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Defense.
Boy, tight game like this, fourth quarter, personal foul penalties, a no-no.
Yeah, we know the emotions are running high. The tensions are the same. Who can control them best could ultimately win it.
And give him about 3 as he gets it down to the 22-yard line.
Taken down at the 22-yard line. A 3-yard pickup. Brings up
on second down, this is Harris. And he's going to be stopped close to the first down marker at Washington's 12-yard line. 14. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sidelines.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
Dance it, and he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. A 5-yard touchdown run. And the Seahawks add on to their lead. To throw is Wilson. From the gun, he'll throw. Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble.
The 2-point attempt is
so unable to throw it in for 2 from the 2. Let me ask you, as a former DB, what changes there around the goal line on a 2-point conversion as far as how you're defending it?
You just make sure you never back up and you never retreat. You establish yourself really on the line of scrimmage. Put your heels on the goal line at worst. And if they're going to throw the ball, make them throw it over your head because they're going to run out of space because of the back of the end zone. Never let a guy catch one in front of you.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down. Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. I want to go back to something you said in the first quarter.
Is it a positive?
It is a positive.
Okay.
About winning the turnover battle. As a visiting team, as an underdog, you were right. They've done just that, and look where it's gotten them.
It's part of the formula. When you go on the road, as you mentioned, being an underdog, winning the turnover battle is a big key, and this one's playing out in this one.
And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. And a look now at Nelson, who remains down. He appears to be shaken up a bit. And how might this affect him for the playoffs? We'll get a report when we come back. And that'll be complete to the running back, Gibson. 3 yards the gain there, second down. He's going to drop this one down to Gibson. And he's taken down inside the 30. Good work after the catch. Gets him 15 and a first down.
Washington.
This is caught. Gronkowski. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5.
3 more yards.
23. And this is caught for a touchdown. So hang on now. Things just got a little bit more interesting here in the final minute. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a 1-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Now Washington going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop him with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. Oh, no, he lost the football. And it's Washington that scoops it up. And the possession is theirs at their own 43-yard line. So good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 43. Every week we hear talk about create turnovers. In particular, they wanted to force some fumbles. They got one right there.
And it shows you how the game has changed over time. It used to be good enough for a guy to get a sack of a quarterback in the pocket. Now, if you come to the sidelines and you didn't knock the ball free, your coaches are upset with you. All right, so if you're a quarterback, it starts all the way back in the youth leagues. Take care of the ball, take care of the ball, take care of the ball, because here come the defenders.
And no, they can't connect on the pass. So that gets the clock down to 11. Time for probably 2 more plays. Got to go quickly, though. Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. Well, instead of 4th down after the incompletion, it'll be 1st down, roughing the passer.
Coaches love their defenses to be aggressive, but they want them to be smart as well. Have to leave the quarterback alone at a certain point.
He's going to let it fly. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. So very close to a turnover there in the end zone.
26.
Well, Charles, a pretty exhilarating finish to the end of this ball game. At the end, the Hail Mary prayers, though, they went unanswered. Could have won it, but couldn't get it done.
Almost felt schoolyard or playground, didn't it? You know, you remember when you called that play? Everybody just go long and try and find someone open. They gave it a
another L. Designer on me, this that new Chanel. Did that splash, did that drill. Yeah, champion, yeah, we here. Yeah, this the winning team. 6 rings with a pinky ring. Everybody used to pick at me, now I'm the one that they picking. Snakes out, they hissing, but I can't hear it when the crowd screams. Still balling like an offspring. This for all the ones that doubted me. Gotta lose once to be a true winner. Only want the hunters with the blues in it. Eating blood across it where the blood thinner. Just stay turned like, you know. I've been through that water like Olympic swimmers. Only bread and butter, what we ate for dinner. So I had to dream it till the dream is bigger. Only want the gold, we don't need the silver. Gotta be number 1, number 2 never count. Used to have bubble guts competition, now point them out. Making my babies proud, wanna call my mama a house. Coming straight out the south, gotta know juice to end the drought. Yeah, I bought like 23. Won't fall again, and I put that on me. Yeah, I feel the way, my heart all on my sleeve. Yeah, that's why I had to put my wrist on freeze. Come for the win, can't take another L. Designer on me, this that new Chanel. Did that splash, did that drill. Yeah, champion, yeah, we here. Reaching my goals, I do not feel ashamed. I'm a dog, I'm a beast, and I cannot be tamed. I don't do it for fame, it's the love for the game. I go in like I'm trained. I'm prepared for the rain, they amazed. I ain't break from the sticks and stones they threw. Anything that you can do, I can do it better than you. No matter what I do, achieve, still got something to prove. I spent the check on the diamond cross, but still ain't paid my dues. Gotta be number 1, number 2 never count. Used to have bubble guts competition, now point them out. Making my babies proud, wanna call my mama a house. Coming straight out the south, gotta know juice to end the drought. Yeah, I bought like 23. Won't fall again, and I put that on me. Yeah, I feel the way, my heart all on my sleeve. Yeah, that's why I had to put my wrist on freeze. Coming for the win, can't take another L. Designer on me, this that new Chanel. Did that splash, did that drill. Yeah, champion, yeah, we here.
today. From FedEx Field in Lando.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there. It's second down.
Down at the 18-yard line. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Now a throw here, hauled in. And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play backwards a yard.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
And his kick is good. And it's 3-0 Washington.
3. Cardinals nothing.
Well, they didn't get in the end zone, but pretty good balance there on the opening drive between the run and the pass.
Yeah, I think that was probably what they wanted to get accomplished right out of the gate. Throw the ball with success, run it, of course, to set the tone. So we saw the offensive coordinator's play sheet. Probably wrote himself a little note. Exactly what we wanted to do. Probed it early and got it done.
So here come the Cardinals now for their first drive. They'll be led out by the #1 overall pick in the 2019 draft from Oklahoma. It's Kyler Murray.
I like this guy. And the reason I do, he tends to stay on an even keel. Doesn't let too much ruffle him. He will manage the game the way it needs to be managed, take what the defense gives him, and then he can strike at times. Had a touchdown pass. Yes, he had an interception last week, but he found a way for his team to win.
A 3-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 7.
On second down, it's Drake. Not much room here as he only gets it to about the 30. They had 3 yards on first down, just 1 yard there.
It's a gain of a yard. And it's
from the gun on third down, Murray. And that will be incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
He only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. This will be a 41-yard punt, 3 on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. He takes this from the 30 to the 34. Line of scrimmage, the 24. This is 2nd and 6.
4 yards on the pickup.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give.
At the 34.
And he stopped immediately there.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
That one caught by Gibson. They'll get only a yard out of that, and it'll bring up 4th down. They're going to try and throw. And he finds McLaurin. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A first down carry for Henry. And very little running room there. He did get a couple up to the 49.
The tackle made just shy of midfield. A gain of 2. Brings up 2nd and 8.
On second down, it's Gibson. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there.
Brought down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It's
to throw on third down. Coleman. And he'll get this to Antonio Gibson complete. And he's going to come up a few yards short. Brought down at the 45. The screen good for 6, but it's not. Leads to a 4th down. On 4th down, Coleman. That's complete to his receiver, McLaurin. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. Three 0 after 1 on EA Sports.
3, Cardinals 0.
They'll run on 1st down. Gibson. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
He's brought down at the 39-yard line. A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
Operating from the gun. Coleman firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's going to get forward for about 5, but that may be coming back. What say you, Mr. Referee? Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much, as he's down to the 48.
Brings up 3rd down.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Coleman rolling to his right. 5 yards that time out of the scramble. A 4th down situation. On 4th down, Coleman. That one is slant to McLaurin. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout. And And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. It's the Pro Bowler Chandler Jones who makes the tackle. Maybe I'm wrong, but it looked like even if he had opted to keep that, I don't think there was going to be much to gain.
Seemed like it was perfectly defense. And you know what they say? Those guys on the other side, they get paid too.
It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
Brings up 3rd down and 11.
On 3rd down, Coleman quickly to Gronkowski. That's caught. And he'll be stopped short of the 1st down right around the 18-yard line. They do get 9, but it leads to... On 4th down, Coleman, middle of the field. He's got McLaurin. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. Some collect. They'll try and run for it with Henry. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. Derrick Henry hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And Washington able to stretch that lead out even further. A strong, determined run there, Charles, to get in for 6 points.
This is why it's such a team game, isn't it? And I know it sounds really generic and it sounds almost trite, but the blocks were made up front. Offensive line, collected victory at the line of scrimmage and downfield. And how about the finish to the run all the way into the end zone?
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Now D.D. Westbrook to return. And able to get this out to the 25.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. So, Charles, the season winding down, the playoffs obviously not in their future. As they look ahead to the offseason, what spots do they maybe need to fill?
Well, I think that they like the guy who's calling the plays and throwing the ball. I think that he's a pretty good player. Needs some help, I think, on the perimeter, though. Help him out with receivers, because I think if he gets an upgrade there, his play gets that much better, too.
And he completes it to Westbrook. 12 yards there and a first down.
Complete to D.D. Westbrook. A gain of 12.
Murray going to run play action with Drake and look to throw it. And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete. They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Murray. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Christian Kirk, the man he was looking for, and it's 3rd down.
They kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
Throwing is Murray on 3rd down. Eluding the pressure right. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down. With nowhere to throw it, decided to scramble, and a nice job, CD. Got the yardage that he needed.
Yeah, and his teammates are certainly going to appreciate that effort, even if his coaches don't, because they would have wanted him to slide and protect himself. But he chose team gain over personal protection.
Here's Murray from midfield. Man open left side. It's Williams. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
Williams. 4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and
Murray a give. This is Drake.
5-yard line.
And he's not even able to get back to the line of scrimmage. And there's also a flag down, and it's in the area of holding. They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. Out of the gun, here's Murray. Caught left side, Williams. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down.
That was an okay hookup there with his tight end, but unfortunately, they didn't get the kind of yards they had hoped for. That's going to bring up 3rd down.
And he is going to have a Cardinals first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Give them 22 there on the 3rd down conversion. In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line. Murray to air it out again. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by J.C. Jackson.
J.C. Jackson. Murray's pass.
And Brandon, the passing game for both of these teams is going to be affected as the game goes along. It's not looking like the rain's going to let up anytime soon. So that might mean a few more wobbly passes and wide receiver slips. And this one winds up getting intercepted.
Out comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here. And that last drive, so effective in the passing game, resulting in the touchdown. Maybe not many people were focused on the trenches. There was good protection there.
Excellent protection. So now defensively, you've almost got to get down to those starters blocks like you're a sprinter. Get lower than those guys on offense and find a way to roar through them or around them to get into the face of the passer.
Easier said than done, though.
Way easier said than done. But they've got to try something, because right now they're just cutting them to shreds.
The 26-yard line.
He's got it complete to Gronkowski. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 16 yards, a first down.
Nice job there of utilizing his big target. He didn't overthink it. Understands the catch radius. Understands that he knows how to use his body to keep defenders away from the ball. And puts it right out there for the nice pickup.
And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. throwing on first down. Coleman. He gets it into the hands of Gronkowski. Complete. Now Washington going to use the second of their 3 timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Looking to throw on second down. Coleman. And he'll get this underneath to Henry. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down.
A gain of 11. It's now 3rd and 2.
The Cards going nickel. An extra defensive back out there now on third down. Flushed out right. He may try and run for this. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. No one there to help out downfield, but no problem. Scrambling for 22 and a first. Well, Charles, in the past, a lot of people called this offense one-dimensional.
I think you did.
Well,
I think it was you.
I'll be honest, I did. I think the fan base is hoping with this young rookie that they can put some wrinkles in this offense like we just saw.
I think you're exactly right, because we did have that discussion that what we've seen in the past from them, they needed to broaden, and they have done it here. Look at what he's bringing to their offense, and now as a defensive coordinator, you've got some extra work to do to prepare for him and their offense.
Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. He hit his first one, this from 44 yards out now. And this one is going to just tuck into the bottom left corner as he gets it to go. And that'll push the lead up to 13-0. So a capper there to a pretty good first half.
And I love the way that they put a chokehold on the clock and pretty much drained everything before they put the field goal on the board as they headed into the half.
And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. With a white flag coming out as they line up to kneel on it.
1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
He'll take the knee, and the final couple seconds will tick by in this first half. So we've reached halftime here on New Year's Eve, as we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. It is the final weekend of the regular season, final day of the calendar year as well. A lot of action to update you on, so let's get right to it. We'll start up.
And now, due to apparent time constraints, we fast forward to the beginning of the second half. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. He takes this near the 25, just a little past there, call it the 26.
At their own 26-yard.
So here's the Cardinals offense now as they get set to start this third quarter. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there, because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution? Or did they think they were just bad plays to call?
Yeah.
We'll find out pretty quickly here if they feel like they had something going, but they just need to do it a little bit better or not.
We'll find out. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
It's now 2nd and 6.
From the gun, Murray going deep for Hop. It's caught inside the 25. And he's a long ways into Washington territory before hitting the turf.
A gain of 45 yards.
They're still looking for their first touchdown of the game, and for a second, I thought they had it right there.
Looking on the sideline, it's finally good to see nods of approval. It's a welcome sign of life that this offense needed. On first down, Drake. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11.
Drake, the ball carrier.
2 yards that time. A stark contrast from the big chunk on the previous play.
It's on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Murray. His pass caught at the 4. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down. Shotgun now for Murray. He's got his man. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Christian Kirk with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Cardinals draw a bit closer. And that'll make it 13-7. So that drive 6 plays, 75 yards. And the Cardinals cap it with a touchdown. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Washington will take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
First possession of the second half now for Washington. Pretty important third-quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead. And here's a throw caught by Gronkowski. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
On first down, Coleman. And Jones has it over the middle. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so.
10 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and inches at the 44-yard line.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 38-yard line. It's a first down Washington on a pickup of 18.
38-yard line.
On 1st and 10, Coleman. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run.
1st and 10 at the 26-yard line.
Off play action, Coleman. This will be caught inside the 10. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. From the gun, Coleman. This will be caught at about the 6. That catch good for only a couple. The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal.
Brings up 2nd and goal at the 6-yard line.
Buying time. And they're going to get to him. A sack. Sacked back at the 9-yard line.
2nd goal, last thing you need to do is get pushed backwards to take a sack. But he couldn't find anywhere to go with the football. Had to eat it and ended up on the ground.
And the pressure gets to him again.
Quarterback sack.
Chandler Jones. He's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
And it appears to me that someone's defensive coordinator is jockeying for a raise. A sack on 2nd and goal, a sack on 3rd and goal, now brings up a decision on 4th down.
16. Cardinals 7.
So 3 field goals that he's hit now. This last one helps him stretch out the lead.
He's been solid, hasn't he? And he lives up to the adage that every offensive coach has ever said to us. We want to end every possession with a kick, right? For them, it's either extra point, field goal, or at worst, a punt. In this case, it's been 3s.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Operating from the gun, Murray. And he'll go underneath here to Drake. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job here of limiting that and keeping them from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. It's a return of 5 following a punt of 42 yards. And that will come the offense as they take over. Throwing on first down. Coleman Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. The Pro Bowl wideout Julio Jones is intended receiver. But it's going to be second down. Defensively, celebration time because and the pressure will get to him. He goes down. Now there is a flag on the play, but this looks like holding on the offense. Now after the holding call, here's 2nd and 20. Orlando Brown guilty of the infraction there. To throw on second down. Coleman. He's got Njoku, his big tight end. A gain of 4 on the play, and they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. From the gun, Coleman. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Intended for Antonio Gibson.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. 8 yards on the return following a punt of 41. And the Cards will take over 1st and 10. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old-school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now, what you're looking for is, can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
Third down.
Operating from the gun, Murray. And able to find Kirk complete. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. Well, they were in search of a short gain on 3rd down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards.
First down.
Murray now on 1st down. Hopkins on the grab over the middle. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
On the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 17.
From the gun, it's Drake. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8.
Kenyon Drake on the carry. He was brought down at the 8.
Now, yes, a 2-possession game, but a good chunk of time on the clock, so they have the ability still there to run it on 2nd and short, but maybe they need to pick it up a bit.
You're right. They did pick up the 1st down there, but as you mentioned, they have to pick up the pace now because it's a 2-possession game. They've got to get there twice to make sure they have a chance to win.
Holding offense.
A terrible spot for a holding call as they'll try again, but now from further back on 1st and goal. Running, it's Drake. And the Cardinals are going to be set up with a 1st and goal as strong running gets them to the 9-yard line. The ball situated at the 9, 2nd and goal.
Brings up 2nd and goal at the 9.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Now we're going to get a stoppage here as we've got an injured Cardinal on the field. And this is certainly not what you want to see in the final week of the year. We'll be back. Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here.
27-yard attempt.
Seibert's kick is good. And the deficit trimmed to 6 now at 16-10.
Cardinals 10.
All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get it the least a 3-and-out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
At their own 31-yard line.
And as this offense makes their way back out, NFC playoff race time, we give you a look at what's going on there. And you can see it's no race for the top spot. That's been decided. These guys will hope to get through Week 17 in one piece before they host a division round game in 2 weeks' time.
And I think that what they'll do is they'll be very selective about who plays in this game, all right? There's certain guys that maybe are starters, but maybe haven't played as much as other guys during the year. Maybe they still need their timing back. Other guys you're going to put in bubble wrap and put them on the sidelines and tell them, we'll see you in 2 weeks. With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. From the gun, Coleman. Wide open receiver, complete. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down. Washington on 3rd down. Just one conversion in 8 tries. Not good. Here it's 3rd and 3. They'll try to run for the first with Henry. And he's going to have just a couple here with a marker on the field as well.
Holding offense.
So instead of giving them another 3rd down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
And a nice job here to down this one right on the 5-yard line.
You hate to give the ball away here in the 4th quarter while you're just holding a slim lead. But that punt, absolutely ideal. They pin them inside the 5-yard line. They give their defense a really nice...
They'll start the drive with Drake. And he'll take this forward only up to about the 7. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
A gain of 2. Brings up 2nd and 8.
Operating from the gun. Murray. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end.
Murray's pass.
That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Open man is Westbrook, complete. And he is going to have a Cardinals first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. 18 on that one, and the Cardinals have a first down.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there, not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
On 1st and 10, here's Murray. And he cannot avoid the pressure as the Washington pass rush gets home. Chase Young in there to get him, and that is now sack number 18 on the season for it. And no matter what the situation, the O-line just hates that because they feel like they didn't protect little brother back there, right?
Man, that's just so difficult for them because just think about every single play. When you decide to throw the football, you're dealing with some of the best athletes on the planet. You talk about guys, if they weren't playing football, they'd be starring in the NBA at power forward. It's a really difficult task.
So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. Another try after the first down sack. Murray. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. A solid punt, but also a nice return there of 14 yards. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. On first down, Henry. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. It's a 1st down for Washington on a pickup of 11.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. They keep it with Henry on first down. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ball game. Again, it's Henry. And whistles, and we're going to have another stoppage of play as they call the timeout on defense with 1:53 left. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. Looking to throw. Coleman. And that is incomplete.
Coleman's pass. Incomplete.
Well, the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point, and they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
A big one there. That gives them a little cushion and makes it a 2-score game.
Yeah, bled a little time off the clock, put some points on the board. It's not totally out of reach yet, but it has to feel pretty good to them right now because as a defender, you go out on the field and say, guess what? You can put some points on the board, but that won't beat us.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. And that's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
He's going to find his running back. It's complete.
Murray's pass.
They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down. And that is incomplete. The linebacker, Bobby Wagner, able to get back in coverage and knock it free.
It's now 4th down.
Murray sets to throw on 4th. Got an open man. That's C.J. Uzomah. And he will have a 1st down here at about the 40. They're able to keep the drive alive. 7. And the Washington pressure gets to him. He will go down. Chase Young in there to take him down, and the clock will roll. Forced out to his left. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Good yardage there on the scramble, and all of a sudden they're left with a 3rd and 2. Much more manageable. Now Murray. And a throw there going to be incomplete. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. They're going for it. It's Murray. And no, it's incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And Washington will take control of the football in great field position. So with that, we can just about close the book on this one, Charles.
Yeah, what's the old expression about slim and none? Well, Slim just left town on that
They're
one.
down to none?
Yes, exactly right.
They will take the knee here, and they will finish this regular season with a victory.
Today's finals, Washington.
Well, Charles, the forecast called for rain throughout the entire game, and we got rain throughout the entire game. But these two teams, they had fun getting dirty out there. They love the slop.
Did you trust the forecast ahead of time? Are you one of those guys
I'm a little skeptical
about it, or did you trust it?
But when I saw just a big blob of green on the radar, I said, okay, let's trust.
Yeah, and that's why I'm glad you took my advice. Got your notes laminated, because, you know, open-air booth, that rain can affect us as well, although not as much as the guys on the field. But let's face it, it's kind of fun to watch these types of games, isn't it?
It is. By the way, how impressive is it that you travel with a laminator? laminator. I didn't even know there was a portable laminator.
The things that you learn.
Golly, wise beyond his years. So for Washington, a final win here means they'll finish off the regular season at a solid 13-3. And now they'll await the final seeding for the playoffs ahead. Meanwhile, for Arizona, they'll limp to the finish line with a final record of 5-11. And this is a team that has a few good pieces in place, but could stand to get deeper and younger all around. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon.
They don't know my name, I get through the pain. Taste sweet on my face like it's lemonade. Tie me up in chains, I get through the pain. Taste sweet on my face like it's lemonade.
They say fall and you let go, but I know I got an antidote to retain some kind of